This is a simple Internet of Things to Bitcoin Cash payment system that I just built up. The concept is you send Bitcoin Cash and the fountain will turn on. So this could be any sort of Internet of Things thing. It runs on a relay, so it can be just any turn on power. It could turn on a jukebox, turn on whatever you pick. This one turns on a little Buddha fountain. The concept, this I've got it running where you send it so many Satoshis and it turns on the fountain for so long. So the more Satoshis you send it, the longer the fountain runs. Go ahead and make a 5-cent payment here. So we'll go 0.05. Next. So as soon as it sees the payment, it goes ahead and turns out in that fountain, and that'll run it for maybe about 5 seconds. So I'll do a longer payment now. So we'll do 10 cents. And there it goes. So I'm going to put details after this little segment on how I built it up, and all the instructions will be on yours.org. Thanks, everyone. These are the parts that you'll need to make this work. First off, the fountain or something that runs off power. You turn it up, plug it in, and it turns on. And it's important to use something to find something that uses like a wall adapter, because that takes this high voltage and makes it into a lower voltage. In this case, a 12 volt AC is what the pump and everything runs on. Then you'll need this relay to Wi-Fi controller. Now this is this particular part comes with both of these, the controller and the relay board. You'll need some way to power the relay board. I used an old USB charger, worked great, and it powers here. Just put 5 volts in there. You'll need, you can see I just cut the end off. You'll also need some way to program the chip, because this part comes out and plugs in here, and then you can program it. And then the code, you'll need the code, which I'll provide the links for, and I'll provide links in the yours.org article for all of these, like where to get them on Amazon. The fountain runs off this 12 volt power supply, and it plugs in and runs a pump inside there where the water is. What we're going to do is we want to run power and then control the pump on and off. So we're going to go ahead and cut this and see what we got. I've got all the wires stripped back and a little bit of solder on them. So the wire for the power of the fountain I just cut, and it's got a blue and a brown wire. What I'm going to do is hook those ones together, because all we need to do is just then toggle the blue wire on and off to turn the fountain on and off. I've got the brown wire put back together, and I'm going to put a little bit of tape on it now. All right, now it's going to be hook up the power for the controller and hook up the power for the fountain in the relay. The controller is going to connect to this one, the in plus and minus. The red goes to the plus and the black to the minus. And then here what we're going to do is hook one wire to the common and one to the normally open. So the NO is normally open. The common toggles between those when the relay is activated. and the normally close. NC is normally closed. So when we activate it, we want the relay to move from normally closed to normally open. It'll connect those and turn on the fountain. The relay board is now wired. I've got the USB power coming in here and the adapter to the pump on the relay. So I'm going to mount this here and then get to programming the microcontroller, and we're almost done. To program the processor, you need a little USB to that pin adapter, and simply just plug that into your USB port, and by default it boots and runs whatever program. So we need to put it in a flashing mode, and the way you do that, it's a little kind of tricky. The way I do it is use like a wire, and you have to connect this first pin, which is ground, to that pin and the reset button, then reset it while holding this other pin. So it'll require two hands. I'm not going to show it because I'm just myself running it, but the concept is you hold one wire and touch those two and short them out. That'll put it into programming mode. When you're setting up your Arduino environment for programming the chip, you've got to do a couple of things. We need this application, and that means these two libraries. So that's under Sketch Tool library, manage library, and then you search for the ESP8266. Let's see, Wi-Fi. So you'll want that right there, this one. Click more, info, and then install it, as well as the pub sub client. So that is the MQTT pub sub. So this guy right here needs to also be installed. And then your computer, then it will compile. So we can come up here to upload if we have things in programming mode. We'll upload it, and it'll compile it and start to upload. Also, before you compile, you need to go ahead and set the SSID pass to your Wi-Fi SSID and password, and then change this Bitcoin cache address to your own cache address where you want payments to be received. And I use the Bitcoin.com paper wallet generator at tools.bitcoin.com.